Hi everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm back at work and feeling good. Still got a little bit more back pain. I should be stretching more, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. I do the most important things. Wash up, brush my teeth, take a shower, brush my teeth, and uh, get ready and go out. You guys like the baby blue? It's for my baby boy for the future. My little Michael. Okay, so I have listen, I know everybody's like, why is she texting this guy and he's not responding or whatever he's acting like? Because my dad is doing this. He's using him to get the wicked. Do you understand? His heart right now is hardened. He knows, he knows that I am who I am. He knows Richie ain't trying to do nothing. All he can do is huff and puff, and that's it. And there's no wind blowing out of his mouth. There is nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. But I still love him. I care about him very much, and I believe my dad does too. But there's things that need to be done and taken care of, and he knows. He knows what he's done in dark places, and he's scared. You know. And when somebody's scared, they got an instinct to fight back into him. He doesn't know what's going on right now. So, and it does frustrate me because sometimes, but I don't, like my dad will be like, don't get frustrated. He knows what he's done, and he knows that he just don't want to look soft. You understand? But he's soft and he lost to a woman. All that big stature and stuff is, the race is not given to the strong, the buff, and the fastest who can reach the top. It's given to the beautiful, quiet, and meek one. And that is I. And the obedient one. Okay? So, and that is I. So, whatever. Dad lets me jostle his cage, shake his cage a little bit here and there. And he's beaten. He's beaten. And I don't like to see him in that state, but it is what it is. He's going to have to accept defeat. Defeat. Everybody's going to have to eat that humble pie. Everybody. In order to survive, everybody's going to have to eat that humble pie. Everybody's going to have to bow the knee. But I don't really put too much thought into it. It's just I get like, oh, I'm just tired of being around him, and I hope, do you like his relationship with the kids? I have to definitely leave that in my dad's hands. He's the one who changes, who turns the heart of a king. Okay, so I just don't want him. I know my dad knows all the things in my heart, like bullying. I can't have that. Bella's holding it down her own. She's not. I don't think she's giving into him. I don't really think she cares for her dad too much. She's just like, But yeah. So I gave out the flowers. My dad doesn't want me to give any more flowers out. I have one that I was going to give to Kathy, but I think I'm going to need it for him to deliver. If he doesn't deliver, then those flowers die. And just like those who were supposed to receive them die. you know, um, It is what it is. I said that one's to go to his mom, one is to go to Irene across the street, two is to go to Julie, one for her daughter, one for Barbara, and one for Serafina. My dad specifically said those women's names. Them were some jealous, hateful women. Crazy. And the ones that I gave out, if these women decide, I don't want it, they toss it. Guess what? Guess what? Anybody who took those flowers and smiled as they took them and threw them out or tossed them or whatever, you just tossed your life and the life of your sons in the garbage. Yes, so I can't get played. But human beings can get played. You played yourself. So I don't lose. Okay, it's a win-win situation for me, whether it looks like I'm losing, or it looks like there is no hope. I win. How many times I tell you all that? Been telling you since I woke up. I win. Love wins. I know how to run this world. I know how to run people. I created them. I like rain. I like rainy days. I like sleeping in when it's raining. I like the sound. I like waves. I like to hear the water. Shh, shh. I like those things. Those things are very precious to me. Like, I like soft things. I like good things. I like good people. I love those who are getting excited. Now, I don't know how much is going on and how much is changing. Because this guy, Cash Jordan, he has first he's a real estate agent, now he's a news reporter. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Cash? What are you gonna do? You gonna be a journalist or you gonna sell some apartments? What you gonna do? And what's up with that bald head man on your picture, on your head? Who is that? What is that all about? I don't know. Listen, he need a toupee, he gotta get a toupee. Then, if that grows the hair back, then it grows the hair back. It is what it is. But trust and believe there is nothing too hard for my dad. Nothing, Healing and everything. Healing for the body and everything. Bald-headed men, they'll have hair. That will open their pores and they'll have hair. He can do whatever he wants. You gotta believe that. He made the body. He created it. Like, you tell me he can't do anything that he wants with it? He can do whatever he wants with it. So, I know, in my mind, I was like, Dad, can you grow limbs, back, like someone who doesn't have legs, give them legs, and because me, I'm curious about everything, and he's like it's like he can do that, but he's not going to do that because that is not his way. When you enter, if you enter the kingdom of God and you lost your limbs, that is a reminder not to go back to sin anymore. Do you understand? Because us who are of the kingdom, uh, our bodies are perfect. Like we're not going, like my children won't have missing body parts and stuff like that. They won't. You know what I mean? Like my husband, nothing like that. Nothing nothing missing, nothing broken. uh but the human people who are are who were maimed somehow, and but they didn't sin, they were born that way, that will put them to sleep and put them in another body where they have limbs and stuff like that. And these people will be familiar to the people that they love, and these people will show themselves like it is me. They will tell them it's me, and they will rejoice. So that's how my dad corrects that situation. Those who were born that way, and they were good, and they didn't really go out. I mean, all human beings were, you know, sinful, but there's some that are just born certain ways that can put them to sleep and have them wake up in another body. He can put their spirit into another body, whether it be by baby or just human being. I don't know. I can't really say. I can't really say. But most likely it'll be by baby, born again, like physical birth. So don't cry if you are my sheep. Don't cry if that puts them to sleep, because that baby, that person will be born again into another body, and you will see and you will know. Just name the baby after the person who passed, and that be the person. So I'm trying to think of what else to talk about. I don't mean to come on here and be boring, but sometimes I just don't have nothing to say. Like, I hope he gets a tree for the house. I want to start decorating and doing the lights. Stringing up the lights. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. Walking home from my house Christmas Eve. You can't say there's no such thing as Santa, but that's me and Grandpa. Oh, I love that album. That album was funny. I used to play it in my store. Well, it wasn't my store at the time. Like, when we say my store, it was like management. Like when you're a manager and they give you a store, like keys to your store, you're like, oh, in my store. But yeah, the store that I worked in, we used to play that over and over. It used to be so funny. That was one of my favorite. Twisted Christmas, I think that's what it was called. Twisted Christmas. Stringing up the lights. I'm so glad that my book is not a religious book. I'm so glad it's a love story. I'm so glad that so many people recognize that all those rules and regulations and hardness that people use my words to just put people in mental and emotional chains are over. So now everybody reads the Bible with a different pair of eyes. And I know that a lot of people want to be me, but they can't, and they want to be my children, but they got to be, they they have to tune up. They got to tune it up. Like, they have emotions. I am in touch with the things that, they speak about on their YouTube things. But, they got to tune it up. They got to fine tune. You got to fine tune it up. That's what I had to go through everything that I went through. Be perfect as your Lord. Your God is perfect. I'm your God. You gotta get it right. Stop cursing. Stop doing all these things like the hair and nails and stuff. That's just gonna be taken away anyway, and it's gonna be a cursed thing if you decide to put it on your bodies, because we're going to go natural and not too much of anything when this God makes this world new. We're not gonna need that. We're not going to need extra. There's going to be no cover up or anything like that. Just prayer and my name for healing, for any skin problems and stuff like that. Just, that's it. But cursing and fighting and this and that, they still didn't get it. They're going to be on their way out. When that day comes, it's going to be like, what just happened? People, you guys, it's going to be like, what just happened? You're going to hear screams. Like the baby is not moving in the crib. Like my dad just died in the bed. Like, men, firstborn sons, like, oh. The second Edger said there's going to be no men for women to marry and no strong man to help the daughters. Like, that's why my promotion this season, this Christmas month of December, is this anointed month. I said, Christ to me is not a person. It's the power. It's a power of God. Like, it's the anointed. It's the anointing of my dad. That's in me. That I know you guys like, she's just so chalant with it. It's because I don't think of my power to use for evil. That I don't take advantage of my dad's love for me, to hurt human beings. I use it to help human beings, but I do use it to, I'd be like, get him, Dad. That's it. That's it. And he knows who I'm talking about. Just get him, Dad. Because when my spirit is just like, oh, I could just, like, and I don't even, sometimes I could picture their faces, but I know it's a spirit. And because it's an evil spirit, I just say, get him, Dad. and I don't feel guilty or nothing. Because I know that they're doing it on purpose. Because there's no one around me that don't know. No one around me who does not know who I am. And I don't look to be noticed, but I'm curious to know what people like think of me, like who do they say I am? Like I really want to know, like my dad tells me, but there's nothing like confirmation of a human being that loves you and you can tell that, man, I messed up. When you hug them, they know they messed up, and they don't say, but their actions and their hugs, like, you know, they know that they were blessed, and they know that I'm genuine as genuine can be, you know, because I always think of myself in the place of human beings. I always, like, how would I feel? How would I feel not being able to say I'm sorry to someone that loved me more than I love myself, more than my own mother loved me? They all know my address. So there's nothing keeping them from coming over and saying I'm sorry. Nothing but fear. But fear because they fear of punishment. But while I'm near, this is the time to come. But perfect love casts out all fear. But cowards, they won't. They'll see me exalted, but they won't be here long enough afterwards to enjoy the new world. Then they will die. Surely, some of you right now will not taste death until you see the daughter of God coming in her glorious splendor on her Father's throne. Look at those grays right there. Dad, you said you can't turn, I can't turn a hair black or white. Well, come on, Daddy. I need this back black. I mean, my hair should be, with all the stress, but I've been through all the things I've been through. My whole hair should be white, right? But all the goodness, this just shows that all the goodness that I did on the earth shows that there's no reason for me to be stressed, so my hair should not be white. But it will be, you know, as I get older into my hundreds. But I got a lot of dancing and a lot of energy in me. But right now here, like my back, I still got problems. I still got issues on this body. Don't, you know, but I have to endure because I know my dad has got everything covered. And I know Michael's like, come on, girl. It's cold out here in these Jersey streets. Look at the goose. I can't rush my dad. I don't know. This year, next year, I don't know. All I know is that I have to make sure that my lovebirds are okay. My people are okay. I have to make sure that they're okay. And then After I'm done, I get taken care of. And believe me. I, yeah. hmm That right there. But I'm telling you, people coming after these people that I say that I like and I watch them, y'all better leave them alone. You better leave them people alone. When I decide to comment on them and bless them, mind your business. Everyone who comes after them, I'm telling you, you're playing. You are playing with fire. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I can do what I want to do with what I have and give it to whomever I feel that I want to give it to. And your jealousy and your envy is going to get you kilted. Leave them alone. And you go do the right thing. And maybe you'll get a blessing. Maybe your check will come in your account. But not this way. No, love your neighbor as yourself. If your brother's your neighbor or your sister's your neighbor, you want somebody coming into your house and doing stuff, stop hating on each other. Like, you're evil. And my dad has got his eyes on you. When things start going wrong in your house, your children, I don't know if you got children or not, but it's better off that you don't. When I have to come on here and speak something like this, that's a shame. That's a shame. I'm here for the brokenhearted. I'm here for those who are struggling situations, made bad choices, and they were and they did a U-turn. Like I did that. I took accountability for all of that. I'm not trying to do that anymore. And that's how my love gets their attention. Because they know that they deserve death at that time. They know that's the part they played. They had a part that they played in it, and they took accountability. So that brings him high, cars, this and this, then he brings him low. And then love is the lifter of their head. Okay? Mind your business. It's best to mind your business. That's what I'm saying. Yes, I'm here for the single moms who are trying and doing the best that they can. You ain't gonna be hurting them. And they're not gonna need you men for anything unless she she takes her time and find the one that she knows. She prays in my name to ask my dad to send her the right partner for her, and he's got to come with some love that's like unconditional before she gives her body to him or anything. He's got to be put through the ringer. Like, he's really got to, you got to be like, sis, you got to be like, how long he gonna wait? Seriously. Don't bring him around your kids, no nothing. Date him 2 hours long. 2 hour date. We got a time limit. 2 hours a date, just 2 hours. That's it. I gotta be home with my baby. That's it. It's a new era where men have to court the women, and women, you have to decide what what you're gonna tolerate and not tolerate. And I wouldn't tolerate much. I would not tolerate much. You got to meet his mama, and everybody, and see how their behavior is. Sit quietly. Don't be jumping it all in like, oh, I like her hair. Sit quiet and just observe people. Oh, she quiet. Yeah, just watching. Do I really want to bring my kids into this family? Do you know what I'm saying? Seriously. You really want to, you check out the family. They have to, uh, you're hiring them. Like, that's how relationships should be going forward. I'm going to stop this video right here and I come on to the next one. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.